Important problem for everyone. Unconscious talking. Unconscious talking. I think not intentionally, unconscious talking. The only way is you have to work on your inner chattering. No other way. Again and again and again, start talking consciously. That's the only way. That's the only way. No other shortcut. I think that when you work on the conscious talking, things can be healed.
What about anger? You get angry very quickly. But after the
Anger is related to Manipura. If you are if you are filled with too much of anger, do the Manipura meditation. Continuously the vomiting. Do the vomiting, things will be healed. Unless Manipura is healed, anger can never heal. You can create only guilt and guilt and guilt. I was telling you, death experience alone cannot become enlightenment. If you continue your tapas, then you would have become enlightened. Actually, when I had that experience also, I have not become enlightened immediately. Then I continued my tapas. Then only enlightenment happened. Actually, when I was wandering in Calcutta, somehow my horoscope has been, one of our devotee got the horoscope. He went and he told me that, Swamiji, I wanted to see your horoscope. I said, alright, why don't you? Then I told him the time and the horoscope and all those things. Then he took the horoscope to the astrologer. The astrologer said, this person is died at the age of 18, 17 and a half. He died, that he cannot be alive. The devotee said, no, he is alive. The astrologer said, if he is alive, I will not see any more astrology. He was so sure. When he came, the devotee introduced, he is the person whose astrology you have seen, whose horoscope you have seen. Then he asked, how can you be alive? It is impossible. I said, that is what has happened. Actually, according to astrology, I am supposed to die. When I was 17 and up, I became a Swami, I died. The past life is over. Once you became Swami, no more horoscope. The new birth, there is every chance, every possibility. This only you would have had in the vision. Let us see. When you sincerely surrender your being and take up the new life, you see there is a sloka. When Brahma writes with so much of some pain, he writes with the hand all your destiny. Guru just erases with the leg. Brahma takes so much of pain to write, this guy just erases the leg. There is a sloka in the Guru Gita, and it is not sloka, it is truth. When you really drop the past, the new life, new energy, it totally changes your whole lifestyle. Understand, ma? Age speeds of how much it has changed your thinking style, thinking system. Tell me. How much your thinking system has changed? How much your approach towards the life has changed? That is what? Changing the life.
I would like to share my gift.
Yes.
I was recalling all my past life, and I have the feelings that 30 years back I just making too much effort to live or do things with not necessary or it's no use. So I get too much sad, depressed, and pity of
your own being.
yeah.
Of course, ma. Let you understand, this is the common problem for every one of you. At the age of 7, your whole life is nothing but the toy, the doll. If somebody snatches the doll, you will be ready to just murder him. How many of your own children, they shout at you, let you die, leave my doll. Am I right? When you take away the toy, what they shout? You go and die, leave my toy. I hate you. Leave my toy, you go and die. At the age of 7, toy is more important than your mother and father. At that moment, you had only that much of maturity. Now, do you repent for that? No. At that moment, you had only that much of maturity. Now you think, how can I say my mother to die? How can I say this to my father? See, at that time, you know only that much. You see, now you have grown. You have so much of maturity. Never try to compare, remember your past judgments with this maturity. This maturity has come to you just the other day. How can you expect you should act with this maturity at that time? This is one of the major reasons for all your guilts. At that time, that is what was the reality. See, at the age of 13, at the age of 14, always a boy will try to taste a little bit of beer, a bit of at least one smoking. He will try. That time, that was the right, that was the reality for him. So he tries, he puts all his effort in that direction. Now, can you repent for it? You cannot. See, now your intelligence is different. At that time, your intelligence is different. Now you can do only one thing. Start living with your intelligence now. See, now if you have got intelligence, start working that intelligence. Now you decide about your decisions. Please be very clear. Don't think your intelligence is fulfilled. It is getting updated. It is just like computer. It is getting updated. How much you purchase the latest set in 24 hours, there will be no more, and cheap rate. Next model will be there, next edition will be there, and cost also will be less. Every moment your intelligence is getting updated. Now you have some intelligence. So tomorrow, when your updated intelligence looks at the activity which you are doing now, it will look like a childish or foolish act. Don't create guilt because of updated intelligence. Feel good, at least you have escaped now. Please be very clear. Don't create guilt because of your updated intelligence. Feel, at least now you are out. Actually, then what do you think all your guilts are based at? It has no base. One small thing, when you are studying in the college, you must have ragged somebody or teased some girl. She would have fired you, or she would have given you some good blow. Now she would have completely forgotten you, but you will not be able to forget that guilt. Now the whole world has changed. She has forgotten, her life is different and she will not even remember. But you will feel, sometime I have to prove myself to her. Someday I should show I am a hero. The whole world has changed. She will not even remember you. But you think that wound is there. You wanted to prove. That time I looked like a joker. Now I should not. Let me prove. That's the problem. That's the problem. Only a man who is capable of changing himself, accommodating himself, accepting, putting himself into a situation can grow. Even in the outer world. Even in the outer world. Leave about inner world, even in the outer world. So putting yourself into the situation, accommodating yourself, forgetting the past, dropping the past and continuously changing is the only way to keep yourself alive.
No remnant of that would remain.
There is no need.
Subconscious mind.
You see, once you are clear, very subconscious, and your own contradictions or your own conflicts are only subconscious. Once intellectually if you feel clear, there is nothing called subconscious. Over. When you have some conflicts within yourself, that is what I call subconscious.
Guilt of not being responsible. Guilt of not being responsible. In the sense, whether it is marriage or say I produce a child. Now I become a god of the child. Now whatever good or bad, now I am responsible for each and every thing happens to him. So
not long for a long time, only for some short period. Till he gets his Pratyagatma Chaitanya Jagratam. That you understand. Till he starts feeling his individual I consciousness. Till he starts taking his decisions, only you are responsible. Once he has become mature, it happens for some people in 14 years. For some village people, it happens only at the age of 21. For some people, it happens only when his Pratyagatma Chaitanya is awakened. He is responsible. Till that time only you are responsible. You are not responsible always.
Is it a sense of not being responsible?
Which?
It remains always.
What?
In everything, like.
One thing, first of all, what do you mean by the word responsibility? Even if you perform all your responsibility, if that guy dies in the accident, what can you do? So whatever you call it as responsibility, there is no boundary line, there is no scale. Whatever your conscience feels, fulfill it. Whatever you can't fulfill, and one more thing, he has chosen you, as you have chosen him, he has chosen you. Be very clear. He also is responsible for your irresponsible behavior. Then why did he choose you? Be very clear. Don't think you are not choosing your parents. It is you who is choosing your parents. He is also responsible for your irresponsible behavior. Maybe he wanted that I should have an irresponsible father who will not even look at my progress report, who will ask me, you yourself sign and go. I should have such type of father. He might have asked that as a boon, and he would have come down. Why do you want to become responsible and change him? So, he also plays a role in your responsibility or irresponsibility.
That's the way we choose our parents,
Sure.
or is it like a preordained thing for us to have some
No.
learning?
It is we choose. It is simply your conscious choice. I have chosen a father mother who will never disturb me, who will never ask me why do you come late to the house and what are you doing, what meditation you are doing, and why are you sitting all day with closed eyes, why are you walking with sandals. You don't know how much I will torture the people.
We read it.
And you know that house is of course I can't. It's a granite tile. Granite tile glass mosaic house. In the old type house where I am born and brought up, is the old type house. Tiles house, all wooden. If you have seen any Chettinad house, it's exactly almost like that. Chettinad house only. And this street to that street, it's a big house. And you know, in the noon time only I will come back from temple. Every day morning I will go for a puja. Around 12 o'clock it will go over. Village means, you know, joint family means around 11 o'clock all the work will be over. All will lying down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And every day has got one room. Some 20 families are lying down there. You do not know whose parent and whose son who is. It's like my grandfathers, my father's father, even they are not separated. My father's father, even their family is not separated. My grandfather's elder brother's wife, and younger sister's husband, and the younger sister's 7 sons, and it's a big branch of family. Of course, only before I came out, they did the partition. They were all living in the same house. It's like each one are given a one portion. All will be lying on the thinai only. If all are lying and sleeping, if a man walks with a sandal, wooden sandal, tatak, 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 and some and they will be having a good nap, and how much will be torture, and you cannot ask anything. You cannot question, and I have separate my own key. Around some 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I will come back from the smashan. I will be sitting there and meditating. And around 1 o'clock, I will come back. I will use my own key and open the room and go inside and do whatever I want. And not even once they can question me. And somebody will come and complain to him, your son is sitting and meditating. They cannot ask. They never asked me. Once they asked, I said, if you don't ask all these questions, some more time I will be with you. If you ask all these things, it's your choice. You see, I chose like that. Exactly who will not disturb me. It's all our choice. It's all our choice. But let me share one of my guilt. All of you are sharing about your guilt. I had one guilt. when I was about to leave, take sannyas, when I was about to leave the house, and first of all, I myself do not know where I am going to go. So how will they know? They do not know where I am going to go or where I am going to stay and all these things. I am just declaring in the house that I am going to take sannyas, I am going for tapasya. Then, as usual, the whole house weeping, wailing, crying, and a big family means, and there are professional crying people. The old ladies, there is a technique actually, they beat like this, with so much of speed, you will be afraid. And professional criers, so much of weeping and shouting is going on. And then I was sitting in a room, my mother came and she was weeping. I asked her, then what do you mean? You mean I should not go? She said, such a wonderful word. She said, I cannot say you cannot go, I am not able to digest. You see, if she says, you cannot go, then she will become my enemy. I would have never felt guilt. I would have said, who are you? Let me see. But she never said, you cannot go. She said, I am not able to digest. You know, before entering into enlightenment, whatever thought is left out, from which thought you jump into enlightenment, when you assume the mind, one trace of mind, the same thing only will come up. See, it's entering into enlightenment is like a jumping board. You jump into that. What was the last mind? When you come back, only in that mind only you take a little bit here and there. Not the whole thing will not be there, it will disappear. Only small thing will be there. When I took up, of course this happened, I left, I did all my yatra, sadhana, everything. I became enlightened. After the enlightenment, slowly my body is getting settled. When my body is getting settled after the enlightenment, some 9 months after. So it means almost 8-9 years over. The incident is over. That she said, I cannot say you cannot go, but I am not able to tolerate. That much she said, and I am the closest one with her. I have elder brother and younger brother. These two are not very close with her. I am the only very close with her. Anyhow, she said that things are over. And after the enlightenment, everything is settled. Once the body is settled, I saw very clearly, I felt that I should go and give my gratitude to her. Only when I went back and gave my gratitude to her, the guilt disappeared. Guilt is so deep. You see, if she has become my enemy, I wouldn't have carried the guilt. She has never tried to touch me, or she has never tried to oppose me, stop me. Of course, that is the reason I have always my respect for them. They never resisted me, they never suppressed me.
So a state of enlightenment doesn't erase all this.
No, everything is erased. You see, please be very clear. Chitta, emotions attached to chitta. In my case, the emotions attached to chitta are totally burnt away. But the memory, I can get back any memory. I can just get back any memory. It's directly like a downloading. So when I started living in the body, some memory, I need a little bit of memory. So I went to download. So that time, this memory was there.
Without the emotion.
Without the emotion. There was no emotion. Of course, emotion burnt away in the enlightenment. I am telling you, the memory was there. Not only that, see, because of enlightenment only it got burnt. It means till that moment it was there. So that is the thing. Somebody told me, Swamiji, I have a son at your age, and she wants to boast that she feels that I am her son. I said, if your son asks you like this, that he wants to leave, will you leave? She said, no, I cannot, Swamiji. That is the reason I am not born for you. She was just boasting that I also have a son at your age, Swamiji. I think you are more or less like my son. I said, understand, to be my mother is not an easy joke. See, today I became enlightened. Everybody knows where I am, and everybody knows that I am eating food. I am safe. I have my clothes. I have a shelter.
Not your mother.
You see, today everybody knows I am safe. Whole world is worshipping me. That is different. At that time, leave about whether I become enlightened or not, that is different. Whether I get food or not, that itself is a question. So it is not an easy joke. That is the reason I exactly chose.